Oh, also, I might want to note that this is like the worst board preparation ever. It's still a little wet. It's got a lot of digs in it because I was picking out a lot of chunks. So that leads me to tell you about this. You might want to screen your flow trowel. I found this trick looking online at other people, and a lot of ladies have used this. Just take a little stocking and put it over your flow trowel. It likes to get a skin as the bottle gets down. This part will get a skin. You shake it up, you get skin. So I got skin tonight when I was prepping this board earlier today, I should say. And just a little heads up on that. So I'm gonna come in. I don't want to go like right in the center or anything. I'm gonna try to do pupil area here, iris, swooping out into. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm just gonna try to really keep it controlled as much as possible. And I am also. I'm gonna ask my husband, who is standing right here. Hi, Cliff. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I'm gonna also ask him. In, I think it's the third or fourth drawer down on that black chest underneath there, there's those pipet things, those little pipet things, pipets, whatever they call it. Of course, you always want a little highlight in your eyeball, so there's my highlight. Yes. And I was actually going to use one of these for my white or black paint, or both, in order just to be able to have a little bit more control. I'm a little nervous tonight because this is the most nerve-wracking controlled pour that I've done thus far, so I am just going to try to be real slow and methodical, and we may run out of time. We may have to check into that how to do a longer than a 15-minute video, and hopefully we'll have enough witty banter to keep you entertained as I go through the tedium of working this idea out. I have been seeing kind of a repeating theme in the last couple of things I've done. It's like just after looking at the video, not so much when I'm working on it, but after looking at the video, it's like, oh my goodness, from this angle, that looks like an eye. And, that might be seem weird to some people, but not to me, because it's like one of the very few things I can draw. That's why I became a photographer. I would love to be able to draw or paint, especially every time I look at the sky. I just wish I could paint like that. It's so beautiful. But alas, I can't, and so I became a photographer. But I can do a halfway decent eyeball, and I can also do a halfway decent set of lips, and also a horse head. And actually, as I was looking at other acrylic pours earlier this morning, we pretty much watch YouTube non-stop. It's pretty much our go-to channel these days. And so I was watching an acrylic pour this morning and flipping through looking for a new one. I didn't watch this one, but I saw it interesting that I am going to be watching very soon. It was done with a horse's head, and they just kind of swiped the main part out. Oh, it was so pretty. So that's kind of like, what I'm hoping to go for here. I just want to kind of swipe these colors out, kind of back and forth. You might want to get me a couple more of those pipet things out. Just saying, because I don't know how steady of a hand I'm going to have for how long. Okay, so there's a start. Oh, I might also mention, I did add dimethicone to each of the colors, not to the black or to the white, but to all of the other colors. And I am not even sure if I stirred much of it back in to the paint, so we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting, but I'm just going to kind of try to pull some of this white out just a little bit and back. And yes, I am definitely going to need more paper towels, so we have a healthy stack of paper towels. Oh, of course, let's not forget, we are working on freezer paper. So we can also do that, and we end up with tons of beautiful skins to play with. And you know what, folks? If this doesn't work out, I mean, just take the hair dryer to it and blow it away. When all else fails, give it the hair dryer. But sometimes, you know, you just get a thing stuck in your head, as I often do, and it's like, oh, I gotta try it. Gotta try it, see what's gonna happen, and already it's looking like, yeah, it could be an abject failure before I even get the boat off the shoreline. What shall I do? I want to try to control it, but I don't know. I'm kind of, it's not too bad. Could be worse, could be worse. Let's get some flesh tone in there. Let's see. I want to do some more white, I think. I'm just going to go ahead and flood quite a bit more of this white in around here to try to control the flow. And we're going to work out to some fleshier colors. Yes, I know, I didn't pick tan or beige or I have a little more vivid. It's spring and I want to see lots of pretty colors. It's just starting to get warm around here. And so I am just thinking maybe we'll improvise on the flesh tones a little bit tonight. Not even sure if I'll get to that brown. Kind of met that for an eyebrow, but we'll see. And like I said, if it just looks really horrible, then we'll get the hair dryer out and make it better. It may be a thing where I end up coming back in at a later time. Let's see, let's do a little more white to push into. And this is where I fear I am going to run out, have to pause, mix up some more white. It's like, there it goes. Of course, Cliff, you are standing there and you aren't far away if you're not too awful busy. Let's see how far we can get this to go first, because I'm going to bring it right on out to the edges. Let's just see, because we are quite a bit off center. And I am thinking probably gonna need more, at least one more cup, I'm thinking. So, there's more white paint in the box underneath the table. And we'll just do a half and half flow trial, and then I'll do the water. So yeah, this is my happy pastime as a teenager. My angst years spent at a desk drawing eyeballs and lips and listening to Led Zeppelin and Hadn't discovered the Grateful Dead yet. I hadn't discovered my husband yet. That was back in my early days, like ninth grade. Ninth grade was a rough year for me. Got moved away to the farmer high school. We have two. We've always been famous in Corning for having two high schools, and we always had a famous East-West rivalry. And in the summer of 8th grade, my mom bought a place out in the country, and we moved, and we were going to raise Cocker Spaniels. And so then I had to switch schools. So I left all my friends that were all going to East, and I went to West. And I've never regretted it, not a day, because that's where I met him. So life points in a different direction. Sometimes it's just good to go ahead, and because that's where I learned to go with the flow. That and moving a lot when I was a kid. I wasn't an army brat, but my mom was a single working mother, and she was a head cashier for Loblaws for many years, and so she would get moved around from store to store a lot. Sometimes we would move just across town, sometimes just across the street, because it was a better rent, or better layout, more bedrooms. But yeah, we did okay. I never felt like a poor kid or anything like that. Always so tempting to go down memory road when you're doing this. That's why I think it's like art therapy. It's like talking to your therapist on a Friday night. Over a nice pink corn and a glass of wine. I hope I don't bore you too much. I hope I'm at least somewhat entertaining. So I just touched my tongue right in there. Real good. Real good. Ew. So how have you all been this week? Fine, I hope. You all had a nice holiday with your families. We had a quiet one here at home. What's going on there? What is that? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try it. Too awful bad. I mean, I don't think I had anything envisioned when I started this. It's just an idea. Just an idea. Well, let's see what we got for leftover colors here. Alright, so get some of this white out of here. Take a little bit of this brown up in here. And this is probably where everyone is saying, oh, I liked it until then, and oh, look at that drop. Oh. Well, we'll see what we have here. So there's always the hairdryer option. Now remember, there's dimethicone in all of these colors, so I have surgically remove it. So, you all still hanging in there so far? Okay, so the idea is to try to make something that looks something like an eyeball. So don't know how I'm doing so far. And now I downed one good paper towel. Just a bit of a stir because I got a little white in there. This is looking more like the bottom of an eye than the top of an eye, so I don't know what I'm going to do with all this brown paint. This may end up having to go into deep storage. But I do have my white. Get that mixed up. And I do have a little bit more water. So quiet tonight, Mr. Bennett. What have you been up to all day?
My usual.
Work, work, work. Getting the orders out. It is turkey call striker season, and we have been enjoying the increased sales that always brings. But it's a lot of little orders to get out the door sometimes, so it can be a lot of busy work. I'm doing a lot of busy work this week. Oh, I might also mention that besides the Pearl X powders in our order today, we picked up a second mic, which Cliff is not currently wearing, but standing here. He doesn't even like t-shirts that are too tight around his neck, so he's a V-neck guy. So we grabbed that at Amazon.com. We also grabbed a holder for our iPad, so somebody isn't breaking their arms in holding the poor iPad all evening. And what else was in that shipment? Oh, a very nice replacement. If you are like most crafters, you probably have a illuminated magnifying light, and very oftentimes the little holder that they come with is made of plastic and breaks, and you are drilling holes in countertops and trying to find ways of still using your light. Well, I found the replacement. All metal except for the knobs on the screws. Has a great metal housing that kind of slips into a slot and tightens down with a screw, tightening screw. And it has two positions just like the plastic ones did, but like I said, all metal. I'm impressed already. $15, where have you been for the last 5 years? Because my light has been sitting gathering dust, waiting for this moment. I am going to come in here and flood with some more white, and then I'm just going to come back with, oh, I don't know, probably a little bit of the orange, or tangelo I should say. Just a little bit of that, and I do as much as I think I have this under control. I'm going to live wild. I'm going to take a big sip of wine and live on the dangerous side. And I am going to get the hairdryer out and blow some of this around a little bit. And the very last part, I am just going to do a wonk of blue right in the corner. Oh, maybe a little more than a wonk. Good size puddle over here, like so. Anybody feeling my vision yet? I hope you are, because I'm not. I am still wondering where I'm going with all this. Should I swipe then blow, or just blow it around? I think I'm just going to blow it around. So let's put a bit of paint on the board. You might want to stand back, honey. I'm just saying. It could get messy. could get loud. It will most definitely get loud. I'm going to start out on cool, no heat. Let's just start on low for a while and see what we can do over here. Kind of bring this in. And then push first. Still trying to be very controlled. That's me. I tend to be, one of those people, one of those control freaks. Right to the edge, huh, honey? He will testify. I'm not lying. I got a few bare spots here, but I'm going to come back and finesse them with the palette knife. This is where it gets crazy, folks. Okay, here we go. How thick that paint is just hanging. For a minute. Come back in here with some more white. I'm gonna take care of those little bare spots if we can hit the board. Look, it's already starting to dry in some spots over here. My goodness. We gotta get some more, something else going on up in here. Thinking, I hear your wheels turning over there, Mr. Bennett.
You just got a bare spot over here.
Where? Oh, okay. So there's more yellow, and then we'll come back with some a little bit more orange in this area. Got some pretty decent cell action. Not
Haven't hit a torch yet either, so.
Yeah, I haven't torched it yet, but it's not hugely impressive there. The swiping, I think, that's why I'm like really tempted, like especially this one seems to be like just not going anywhere or doing anything. Give it a swipe and get it to do something a little more exciting here. So, I contemplated doing this with resin, but I was really, like I said, I was really ambivalent about how this might turn out, whether it was going to even be close to what I had envisioned. And it is very close to what I envisioned. But this still needs the final, you know, finessing touches, I think. That's what will make your work different than everybody else's. That's why we call it art. It's the reinterpretation of the creator, the person with the palette in the hand. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just try to get a little more swipey effect going. A little more controlled. Leaving it kind of solid in some areas. And a little more muted in others. And one more bare spot up here I need to deal with. Let's see what we got on the table. Very pretty. That'll work just fine. And really, just when, that's why I call it finessing. I mean, you just try to get in there and just do what you need to do, and don't overthink it, don't get too crazy, don't, just kind of stand up, look it over, see what you might want to do different, what you might want to change up a little bit. Adding your character as you go, like that little white spot just can't happen. I'm sorry, it's just too plain. Too plain. Gotta mix it up. Alright, well, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and give it the torch. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick pause. I'll bring you back in for the after torching close-ups, and I'll make sure I get those pretty stills done. So you can find us, and if you like what you see, we're here every Friday night. I don't know if we will ever go live. We hope to, but it's a matter of network, which ours has not been very reliable historically. So we will we'll keep that on the back burner though, because we really would love it if this could be a live event and people could be commenting or saying, add this color, or give us a direction, or don't do this, don't do that, or can I buy it? To me, that's the best thing of all, best equation of all, how neat it is to be able, I already think I want to come back in here with some more black, how neat it is to be able to see your work of art being created online. I mean, I don't know, to me that's just awesome. And of course, and that's when you know you have overworked it, when you're doing surgery like this, and then going back in and filling in divots, just like in golf. And not as much fun. Alright folks, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to hit the pause, and we will be back in once the fix is in and we have torched. So, be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I fixed the little bit of damage that I did do. I see I've got some white or yellow coming back. Things are starting to creep into the whites of the eyes, which kind of happens. It's not red, but I finessed a little bit here in the iris and in the pupil. I torched it. I'm pretty happy. It's kind of starting to dry out in spots quicker than others. Some are looking lumpier than others, but we're hoping it's all going to kind of level out in the resin pour when we coat it. So we're going to call this a wrap, and I'm going to go ahead and take the phone off the camera, or off the mount here, and bring you in for some live video close-up. And take the phone off the camera, or off the mount here, and bring you in for some live video close-up. It looks pretty much like an eyeball, don't you think? I think so. Let's see what it looks like in the morning. that's when I'll be back over to do some stills. After it's all dried down, it always looks pretty when it's all wet and shiny. I kind of like how that highlight in the pupil came out. It almost looks like a rose. Very cool. So I'm happy. I usually am. Doesn't take much to please me. That's why I could do this like every day of the week. I hate having to wait till Friday. But I'm going to go ahead and just pan out here and show you our camera operator over here, our set. Hello, Mr. Bennett. And this is right where I'm going for as soon as I get these gloves off my hands. So we will see you in the morning, folks, with some close-ups, and hope you all have a great weekend and a productive week.